draw. I'm a shapeshifter. What a shit to be. Please don't take off my mask. Revealing dark. Moments of calm, nothing to be found. A mirror in front of me, that's where I find an empty glass, reflecting there's a truth. It's telling what's up to be told. I need the mask. I'm a shapeshifter, apples masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained up to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me, just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. When it always me burning down the walls, is that a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter, apples masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Where have you been? Been searching all along. Give us it what I long and long. Without a clue, without a sign, without a grasping yet. The real question to be asked.
Okay. I think that's everything. Hey, you know what? Something I promised myself to do. I should have actually did the full text out for it, but let me just do that real quick. Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. So, hey guys, how's it going? My name is Justin.
And I'm way over here.
the delivery. And you're watching 291 DangIT Podcast. This is it's tourney weekend, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So Today, yes. We'll definitely jump into it since everyone seems to be a little bit charged with Smash Brothers giddiness. And there's actually quite a bit of Smash Brothers aside from the tourney as well that probably has got people starting to have conversation about it again. But you know how we have a new character that just kind of wrapped up the entire what was it? Smash Brothers whatchamacallit, the DLC pack. So and that character is Byleth, and everyone has extremely mixed feelings about this character for being a Fire Emblem character.
There's too many.
Yes, quite.
There's far too many.
You know, the only, like, aside from Byleth, the only, like, addition to Fire Emblem that they added was just another clone fighter. And it was Chrom.
From the Fire Emblem.
From the Fire Emblem. Everyone else had not... there hasn't been any other additional Fire Emblem characters until recently. So, yes. Tyrone's talking about it. Yeah. So, yeah, the saltiness. But yeah, let me just go ahead and give a quick shout out to everyone in the chat. Ibrahim, Mark, Eyeshadow was here for a little bit. I saw Andy. I see Snape and what was it? Would you call it Breakfast Man or would you call it Beak Fast Man? In any case, it's a muffin time, as they were saying. Yes. But yeah, that seems to be everyone so far. Someone just yelled Corinne. Oh, there's Corinne.
What? Crazy.
Does that mean Corinne's going to be part of the tourney as well?
No. Gonna pop in, say hi, and fuck off like she does.
Speaking of which, I'm wondering where is everyone else, like in our physical side of things?
Oh, they fucked off.
Oh, okay. It's good to know. I think Anaya did the same thing. Well, not physically because we were in San Diego at the time, but he wasn't part of the journey as well. Just whenever we needed him. It's a shame though because I was really hoping to do the old San Diego trip over there.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately with Seb, she had to pull out because her family was going to visit her last minute.
The first time ever.
I guess for a few years, yeah. And they're just going to go and visit her over at her newish place.
Yeah. First time ever in the, 7 years that she's lived out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine, Sephi. I guess we'll drive out to you. And finally, Seb's like, no, not today. But she has no choice. So it would seem. PK Darkness says hello. I feel like I've seen that one before. Maybe it's a slight change in the name.
I feel we've seen them at least once.
So I did want to speak briefly about the tourney as well, since it is something that we've talked about, but we never really hyped up about.
Mm-hmm.
So generally speaking, the tourney that we're having this time around is exactly the same as far as the layout. So the idea is that we're still going to have like a 3-character type of like selection where for the main tournament, first round, you have one character. You get to choose only one character. And the second round, you only get your second one. And then finals is your final pick. So Mark was just like kind of elaborating on like he would select his character based on the opponent's character. And I just wanted to make sure for Mark that he knows that he's only limited to 3 people. So you got to make it count. Yeah. Especially when you go into the loser's bracket. You're going to have to keep those 3 characters. But yeah. So I know that there's some people who've been preparing for this for a while. There's some who, like me, haven't really practiced at all. And then there's people who never prepared for it throughout the entire course of the year. But yeah, it's still there. But quick overview about the new stuff for Smash Brothers. They did announce another DLC fighter pack.
Nice. Instead
of 5, it's 6 people. So it's going to get filled.
So there's going to be another 6 fighters?
Yes. So a lot of people can go off and speculate. My favorite thing I saw on the internet was just someone assembling 6 Bionicle characters as part of their roster.
Another Fire Emblem character.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
I'm guaranteeing another Pokemon, that's for sure. People ain't gonna get me mad about that, though.
Oh, man. Would they add another, Pokemon trainer?
That'd be interesting, but I don't think so.
How many generations are there?
There's 8 now.
There's 8?
I think 8 or 9.
So what I'm hearing is they could completely redo Pokemon Trainer.
Yes.
And have the 8 different skins be a different generation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could have done that.
They could, they should, and damn it, they will.
Who you gonna call about that?
Calling Miyamoto right now.
Hi, so this, I don't know, Gabe-san submitted a request for revamping Pokemon Trainer. Okay, different starters, you say? Oh, no. Except Ito included Growlithe-san. Hi. Muy desu.
Fucking learn Japanese just so I can demand this.
Muy. Okay, Akanine desu. No.
Arcanine is his smash ball. That's what it is. His final smash. He just turns into Arcanine right quick.
Oh my god. But most likely will probably include like the new fighting legendary that they announced in the Pokemon Direct. Not so long ago.
Cinderance. Cinderace. Yeah.
Could be that one. But I think they already got another like fire starter
Blaziken?
with the Incineroar. So I don't know if they want to try to do anything with that.
They'll do it again. They've done it before, they'll do it again.
Mark's in for Rillaboom being a grass representative, but it's probably going to be Urshifu, as he's saying. Probably. But now I'm kind of starting to think about what those 6 characters could be. Because I think Banjo was definitely a long time coming. And people still would like... or maybe I'm reading from the old like discussions that we had in Discord.
Steve and Master Chief.
Steve and Master Chief. We have enough to have another Microsoft representative.
Steve, Master Chief, Doom Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is a meme?
Cuphead. But they already announced alongside Byleth is that Cuphead's going to be getting the Sans treatment. He's going to be having his Lisa's costume to be attainable with all the Mii fighters. So there's that. There's some people who are still going really crazy about that character, though.
So what I'm learning about this is people don't give a fuck about Tails as a character.
Yeah, no.
Because nobody lost their shit when Tails became playable in Smash.
Right. It's so sad. But you know what? I'll still give it to Cuphead because they at least include some music tracks. Or at least one. And yeah, I'll also put down some more money for another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. But I'll keep my thoughts on
just
that.
For shits and giggles. Let's throw a Monster Hunter in there.
It seems plausible, yeah. I mean, we had like the appearance of what is the name of that thing? Rathalos. Make him into a Smash. You know what? Do the same treatment as Ridley. Just downsize that bitch. And, you know, they could do it. The next thing I'd probably want that no one ever asked for is Nintendogs.
Just roll in with a Doberman.
Yeah. Too cute to fight. Must be banned. Must nerf. But let's see, what are other people saying? But yeah, Byleth looks fun. Yes, I agree. Although I guess like Monster Hunter would have to be probably the actual Monster Hunter, which is not actually pretty hard to do. They did that for Marvel vs. Capcom, so it's definitely plausible. But also you could say the same thing about Wesker from Resident Evil.
Oh, could we get a Resident Evil character in there?
We could. It'd be weird, but no. Then again, we got like full frame Ryu and Terry Bogard, so it fits the human dimension. So I'm pretty sure we can get Wesker in there.
Oh man, I'm gonna look up some obscure Nintendo titles.
Okay, I remember our obscure action figure guy who would be showing up in one of the old Nintendo Directs for Smash Brothers. Yeah. Oh, don't know if something from Astro Change is coming. Yeah, we don't know about that, but that actually would make a lot of sense. Although I guess some people can't really play Astro Chain, or at least as far as their opinions about it. I'll just listen to another podcast about that, and that's kind of whatever. I just know that DJ was playing it when we were over at his place, way back when. I was still lost about what he was doing. Boy was just like running around like some kind of crime scene. I'm like, do something. He's just like, I'm going to go run around in circles. Do something, Dennis.
And what game was that?
It was Astral Chain.
Astral Chain?
Yes.
I've never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I want Spike McFang.
Okay. Put in your bets right now.
Fucking... Or Arrow the Acrobat.
Okay. It's terrible.
There's Hero.
There's Hero, yeah. Hero actually made the cut for that. Someone from Chrono Trigger, maybe? That actually seems a lot more plausible, too.
What's that?
Someone from Chrono Trigger, probably like the main character or something like that. And there's your Akira Toriyama character. Maybe not Goku. Sure, hell, it looks like one. But then again, Hero's also in there too. So, but
You know what, dude? Fuck it. Let's just throw Kaneda in there.
Hmm.
From Akira.
Okay.
This guy.
Oh. Okay. Ooh. Oh shoot, that reminds me. Someone was talking about. It was in our Discord. Someone was talking about Dragon Ball Fighters. Totally forgot about that game. But I think the most recent addition to that was just kind of Broly from the Super series, or I guess the movie. That game, it's weird with Dragon Ball now. It's actually kind of good. Whereas all previous titles were just kind of like eh. And now recently they released their like, kind of like their RPG type of fighting game. Dragon Ball, I think it's just Dragon Ball Z Kakarot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just covering up to the Buu Saga, I believe. That seems to be the natural course of things, but it does look really good actually. I think they really nailed it with like the presentation of everything too, where they actually have like little like arc previews in the same vein as like, hey, my name is Goku. We're off to go to Planet Namek to go revive everyone using the Namekian Dragon Balls. It's sure gonna take a long time. Yeah, Mark was saying that Kakarot's a lot of fun and progression's pretty deep. Nice.
So it came out already?
It did just come out like this past weekend, I believe.
What a shitty game.
Wow.
Yesterday.
Yeah. Wow. You just have like your hands on the physical copy. It's like, wow, awesome. This game is terrible.
Just toss that shit in the shredder.
I feel like despite everyone making that the moment that Smash Brothers Ultimate was announced, literally everyone just got together with their Wii U versions of Smash Brothers and just immediately simultaneously just dumped it. Well, there's no use for this one anymore.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
Bye, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Amino!
Aizawa, dude, it's so cool.
Oh, the thing, yes. Man, I can't believe it's been, well, it's not been like that long of a time, but man.
It also doesn't mesh with anything.
It doesn't, no. It's the most detailed figure that we got right here.
Also, it's like the only thing that isn't a Funko Pop.
Or anything, or smaller.
Yeah.
Funko Pop or smaller. That's how I usually go about doing things, but you know what? I still appreciate that Aizawa one. Did you realize that in the My Hero, well, not the most recent one since that just came out today, but the one with Deku going infinite.
Yeah.
What happened to Aizawa?
He's still fucking in a rape dungeon.
With Mr. Organization 13 looking motherfucker? Chronos.
Chrono?
Yeah. I hope they don't just leave him there. I mean, the previews say otherwise, but it's just like, guys, I'm still in the ditch. Oh man, can we talk about that episode real quick? That was it sucked because like I was sick during that time, so we couldn't like watch it together in that sense, but
I was out of town as well.
Oh yes, that's right. But man, it was so good. And you know what else? And I'll be releasing the video for it later, but I just can't get past the fact that that's Deku at his best, supposedly.
At his best, without being good at it.
Yeah. I think that's a really good description of that.
The way that think of it as when you first start playing a new game, and it has one of those reset progression systems where it's like, oh, you do the tutorial with all of the powers, and then some fuckery happens and you now have no powers.
Right. It's like all the Metroid games, as well as just a few other like bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah, it's
just like,
oh, I'm such a badass. I wish I knew what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's like the Force Unleashed. You playing as Vader, and you're literally just like pushing Wookiees off, and you're like destroying all this debris, and then you just beat the hell out of Starkiller's father, but then you grow as Starkiller, and you realize that you're still not as good, but you know, you kind of understand the nuances of your newfound powers, and you steadily grew. Oh, I see someone's talking about One's Justice. Mark, you stop talking about that game right now. It's pretty good marketing though. Like, because they are making that second title, the moment that Infinite 100 Deku dropped, they dropped a little trailer of him too in their game. Nice.
Oh, which reminds me, I still want to see Heroes Rising.
Oh yes. Oh, you mean the new movie?
Yeah, the new movie.
Yeah. Have you seen any additional things about it? Because it shows Bago kind of doing a little mirroring effect of.
I've seen like fragmented clips, as well as stills.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can find this online somewhere. I just know it.
Yeah, I don't even know when that movie's premiering, but I think that's
next month if I remember correctly.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In that case, I gotta keep an eye out for like when the tickets are available, because I'm really curious. Like, all right, the whole like eye effect that Deku and Bakugo have, that's got to be like something with the new kids. That's something that the new kids have, and they just get like temporal powers with it. Otherwise, Deku's gonna be in the hospital. Literally minute 2 of the endgame fight, he's in the hospital.
It is already out in Japan, which means I can find it somewhere.
I mean, I can find it. I don't know anything, but if we're gonna go based off our little like jokes and tirades about people speak Japanese, if someone says Growlithe, I'll be there. I'll know it. Followed by Moody desu.
February 26th.
Wow, that's really close. And it feels like that the movie just kind of snuck up on me too, because there was like the announcement of it. There's been like some graphics here and there, and that was it.
I found out it existed like a week ago on Instagram.
That. In that case, based on like the design, because at a certain point, like what I usually tend to do, like with these types of anime movies, I always see if there's any indicator that tells me where's it in the timeline. And based on like Deku's design, it's definitely like after probably the next arc that we got going on, where he actually has like the air gloves. So be interesting to see exactly how they're gonna tie it in, because the first movie was pretty easy. It was like David, and they literally tied it in with the anime too, where it's like, oh, we're going on a vacation, cool, where in this entry we're premiering the new movie, but here's a little special episode, take a look. And they just somehow seamlessly transition it over.
That was the bank robbery episode, yeah? Or the jewelry heist episode?
Yeah. When they were trying, it was a scenario that they had to figure out for themselves on.
And All Might was the villain?
Yes.
I'm getting away with the cash!
And they had to like figure out like some kind of noir-esque type of like scenario.
Mm-hmm. I came across clips of that bit on Instagram as well just the other day. It's like, what about their love? Their love? Their love? There was no fucking love!
And they think they're gonna have to do the same shit for this one too. Their love? There is no love. Again! And it's now deflated might just running this time.
Alright, so I may have made a discovery.
Okay.
I think my eardrum is ruptured.
Oh, we're gonna lead into that conversation.
Yeah.
So Gabe had talked to me about like his story about trying to clean out his ears yesterday. We were getting together because we were going to watch the Weathering with You premiere, and movie's great. We can talk about it in a little bit, but I also got my ears cleaned at the doctor's yesterday, but that was a little bit more professional. This was a little bit more hands-on.
Yeah. So
So did you find out after? Well, I guess the question would be, was it ruptured after you'd done all your stuff, or was it like just recently?
I think it was before. And I have figured that out this morning because I was flushing my ear again, and I tried the whole like plug your nose and blow and whatnot.
Oh.
And it was starting to bubble in my ear from the air coming out.
Right.
And I was like, that doesn't seem normal. So I looked it up, and yeah, that usually happens when you have a ruptured eardrum.
Oh shit.
So I'm like, well, how long does that take to heal? And it takes between a handful of days and a couple months.
Oh, well, at least we got realistic numbers here.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully my right ear clears out. That way I can fucking have some semblance of hearing again.
Mm-hmm.
Because for everybody who's watching right now, I'm like 2 ladder rungs away from being deaf. Like, next time you're in the bath or anything, submerge your ears under the water and just like make noise. That's how everything sounds to me right now.
Yikes. Don't mess with your ears, kids.
See, it wasn't even from me messing with my ears. It's just, it's been so long since I've like done deep cleans on my ears that it all backed up, and I tried cleaning it, and it's just all at once fucking everything up.
That's what happened to me too when I tried to clean it out, like through normal means. Like, of course, you don't want to really use like Q-tips as much, but then when you think about trying to use like the eardrops as well, and feels like it doesn't seem to be working, it's because you usually need a little bit more force from the water, and it's tough. It's tough to do it on your own.
That's why I got the endoscopic camera. That I could see what I'm doing.
Is it just like a live feed of just like what
Yeah.
you're saying? Wow.
So it plugs into the port of your phone, and it's a cord about that long, and it is roughly like the diameter of a thin pen. It's like that thick,
Oh.
and it has a ring of lights around a camera that you can put in your ear. And the lights are controlled by like a little dimmer switch that you can like, you know, like some old lamps, they have that little fucking rotary switch where it's like, all right, click, click, and then it's off.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, and you can adjust the brightness. It has 4 of the little tube heads that the doctors put on their instruments.
Yeah, yeah.
And it has 2 scoop attachments to it.
Scoop attach.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
Man, I'm just thinking back to yesterday when I was getting my ears cleaned out. I had like issues with my right ear for a while, and I knew it was something like, okay, this is something that I can't really take care of myself, so I should take care of it when it does become a thing where I can go see the doctor. So I did that. Asked if they can direct me on how I can clean it out. They were saying like, oh, use eardrop things. I was like, oh, here we go again. Actually, hold on. Since you're already here, let's see if we can just go ahead and do that for you. I'm like, oh, thank God. So they had me like saw him lay on my side, dripped like a couple of drops like here and there. Waited 10 minutes or so, and then they had like just like a water bottle like with a big old tube that they would just be squirting water for a good amount of time. And then for a good while I couldn't hear anything. For a really good while I couldn't hear anything. And then there was a certain point after like the third go around with it where they just like hosed down my ear. That's when I heard like popping and bubbling. I'm like, oh shit, here it comes. It's gonna be the gnarliest thing. Here, take a look at it. It looks like those like little mendable like earplugs that you just put on the very tip of your ear. And I was like, this is so gross. But I'm so glad it's out of my system.
Yeah.
And so now my left ear seems like it's hearing less.
So, what's it called? While I'm like flushing out my ears, I'm not getting the good stuff out.
Oh.
Like when I'm flushing it, I'm using pure hydrogen peroxide.
Yes.
And that shit's like crystal clear. And then after I flush it, it's like I drink way too much water piss. So it's like not crystal clear, but there's almost no color to it. So it's like I'm not getting the stuff that's fucking me out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what more can I do?
I'm just kind of stuck here. Oh, but Andy's asking who are you going to fear most going up against in the tournament. I'm probably going to be honest. I'm probably going to be fearing Andy the most. Because with Andy, he kind of focuses on one thing at
Winning?
a time. Yes. Well, yeah, just generally winning for a lot of things. Whether he learns to exploit something or not, but he has, I think, like a fine-tuned ability to master something that he's really focused on. So whatever character he's decided to bring into the tourney is like, it's not going to be fun to play against him. Same thing with Kavanaya. He has like his own like particular method of doing things. And Andy also goes for items because it's fun. I do that too. And if I get if I get done in just like I did last time, I probably still be upset, but I wouldn't blame anyone but myself.
So, do we remember like the order of the winners from last year?
No, I don't remember actually.
Because I know it was Andy, or I know Anaya won.
Anaya
He beat
won.
out Andy.
Yes.
Was it Steven?
Probably Steven was, probably like third place.
And then I think it was you.
But no, I lost first round. Like I was, I'm not sure if I was like first round or like the third person. But yeah, that one, that was suck.
Fuck, I gotta look it up.
So essentially, we're gonna be remember my match against Mark. I'm trying to. Emphasis on trying to.
Just don't.
But it'll be interesting with the new DLC fighters. I'll probably add 1 or 2 of them into my roster. But I'm also at the same time I'm not really serious at all with this journey. Actually, I'm going to be like when we actually get started, I'll probably just ask for another like round of like who's here going to be playing, or rather just like everyone joining on the arena like all at once, and we'll just get the names there, and then we'll generate the bracket from there. So that's my plan of approach for that one.
Because I was just gonna do a seeded tournament where, pretty much the seeds are ranking from who won the most to who was the biggest loser, and kind of fold it up like that.
Okay.
So number 1 seed against lowest ranked, as tournaments happen, because it's like, let's get the people that are shit out of the way first.
Yeah, we'll either try that or we'll just kind of go off and see how things work out. I only got who's and what's it's myself, you, Mark. I think Abraham's joining in too. Andy and Curbs. Well, I haven't seen Kirby though. So that's about like 6 people. So that should work out. And we'll just see from there. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and not sure if I can squeak. No, I cannot. I'm just gonna close the door. I think before anything, I did want to talk really quick about the movie Weathering with You. Actually, so Gabe and I did watch that. Last night. And I'll say first and foremost, the art generally, just objectively and subjectively, it's pretty damn good. But what? I mean, I'll talk a little bit about the Your Name cameos as well, but it was just a really nice looking movie, and for a movie that I had forgot was going to be released at some point, and to find out it was going to be releasing, or at least was premiering last night, I was like, I'll just go ahead and do it. I'm so glad I decided to watch that movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
And I'm hoping that Shinkai, the one who's behind most of the work behind this movie, hopefully he doesn't feel the same as he did with Your Name, which was, please stop watching this movie. I don't think it was good enough. Because I think, this one was really good. Considering that it dealt with a lot of like abstract things too, from the character like falling to the skies to kind of symbolize her kind of transitioning to being one, or at least connected to the skies, to just like very down to earth like elements, such as just like our character actually just moving to Tokyo because he just wants to run away from everything.
Yeah. Can I point out the greatest thing about that whole fucking movie?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
This is the only anything that I've ever seen with McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Not WickDonald's. Not Eckdonald's.
Not McDonald's.
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 Big MC. Big DONALDS.
This is how you serve a Big Mac.
With a Big Mac.
That thing was huge in the movie.
I know, that was a big ass Big Mac.
And I was like, ours are small.
I kind of want to get McDonald's after this now.
Just so I can like live vicariously through the movie.
Yeah. They had McDonald's. They had iPhones.
They had Apple. They had Maker's Mark.
So I want to point out that he legitimately had AirPods because Apple products are in that movie.
I think I did see some AirPods actually.
Yeah, there's a quick clip of him like writing stuff down, and he had little white dangles going on. I'm like, those are AirPods.
Son of a bitch, Apple. I'm in. Yeah, there was a lot of product branding here and there. I'm pretty sure, like, if you look closely, like, with the grandma, like, in the movie, she had, like, a whole bunch of sweets as part of her collection. I'm pretty sure those are also branded stuff, too.
All right. Who played Crom?
That's just me.
That was you in the losers bracket?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, it did go you then. So, there was, how many of us? 8? 7?
I think so. There was a good handful of us, actually.
Anaya, Andy, Steven.
Yes.
And then I think it was you, Sephi, myself, Mark.
Yeah.
So there's 7 of us?
No, there should be. There should have been an even number. Because even though we were prepared for like an odd number of us, I think...
No, because we were going to have someone else, but they didn't...
They never showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was 7 of us, and somebody got a bye.
Yes. Yeah, that's what happened.
And Mark came in last because he didn't make it to the losers bracket. I beat out Mark by default. The greatest way to beat out someone.
But I do remember the Donkey Kong, though. So, yeah, Abraham's in. PK is also in. Oh, okay. I can do that. I will add them in there, too. So, Abraham and just add PK Dark. As I'm trying to create the generator, or at least list the number of people so the tournament bracket generator can do its magic later on.
So Mark says that he doesn't count it as a loss, and yet...
So, I mean, like
It's not technically a loss, it's just did not appear. It's a DNF. It's a DQ. Whatever you want to call it, Mark. It's not winning. It's coming in 7th place.
There was a saying, wasn't there? Like, no, that's second place. First to be last. The 7th place out of 8. It is what it is. But I don't actually know like how it's gonna work out this time. I'm wondering if we'll have enough people for it. Because I haven't heard anything from Anaya, so he might be in.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I was like, where's Anaya?
Because I figured everyone try to physically be here. Although I think Steven probably won't this time around.
I was gonna say, do we know anything about Steven or Christoph?
Christoph has been very well aware of the fact that we're having attorneys, so the fact that he hasn't said anything, it's like, okay, we'll leave you to do you, fam. I don't think he actually has a Switch, actually, just a PlayStation. So maybe that's why.
Whack.
Thwack. Someone's gonna be spam hero. It's gonna be Andy. 3, 2, 1, go! Immediately goes for Thwack. If it's available. I remember playing as hero here and there and realizing that your options kind of just start to vary. So it's not always the same draw every single time. And I'm not sure if I like that part about it. So I'll go with someone who's a little bit more stable. But let's see. You were asking, hey, how about me and my friends? And I'm with Andy. Yeah. Don't know the skill set here, so it's gonna be really interesting to see how everyone plays out. I most certainly am not gonna be the most serious in this one, but it would be nice to win. But at the same time, Gabe hasn't really practiced at all, so we definitely have like a huge like spread of like experience.
Yeah, you have skill between someone who plays every single day for probably hours on end,
Or can.
and someone that plays it once a year for a tournament.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be lots of fun. And then we'll have McDonald's.
Have some good old WickDonald's.
McRonald's. Yeah. All right.
And then as for like people wondering how many fighters they need to prep with, however many fights there will be until the end. Each fight you need a different fighter.
Yeah. Well, rather, I still stick with like the 3 that I have.
Yeah, well, the three is because most likely we're gonna have at least 3 stages.
Yeah, 3 stages like of the tournament. So I mean, like those who go to the finals, then it's like, okay, that
You're gonna have to pull something out of your ass if it's like 5 stages and you only prepped for 3. It's like, go Pichu.
go beat you. Beat you.
Because we have how many fighters right now?
Yes, we sure do. A lot of them.
Well, not like that. I mean,
How many people we got going on?
yeah,
right?
how many are in the tournament right now?
6 or 7.
6 or 7?
Yes.
With 7, that would bring us 8, 4, 2, 3 fights.
Yeah, but then we also have like the losers bracket stuff.
Which would then still be 3 fights.
Yeah.
2 or 3 fights, depending on if they're knocked out immediately.
I was thinking that you would just kind of like cycle through your old characters. So it's a different character, but you're still locked to 3. That's at least in the initial idea of it. But I think that's pretty much it. All I want to add to it. I kind of want to just jump into the tournament and see how things pan out. As far
Terribly?
Yes, probably. But yeah. So yeah, just real quick about Weathering with You. It was great. I still recommend it. There are your name cameos in there, and I want to say like first and foremost, how dare you, Shinkai? How the fuck dare you? How do you mess with my emotions like that?
Easily. By putting in your name characters.
Mitsa, yeah, goddamn right.
Fucking hate that shit.
But it's great. It's just good. Pay attention to the food making scene specifically.
Oh, dude.
Fuck.
I think the only better food making scene in an animation style movie goes to Isle of Dogs. When they were making the sushi.
Oh, really? Making the sushi? I barely remember that one. But yeah, there was that bit.
It was so good. Like the effort that they went into that scene was phenomenal.
Biscuito. All right. And I think with that, I say we just go ahead and end the podcast so we can just jump right into what calls it? The tourney. Because that will probably need some setup also. Yeah. All right. In that case, I guess we'll go ahead and end the podcast, jump into the tourney, and we'll see how things go from there. So yeah. All right. And here, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of DangIT Productions. This is episode 291. My name is Justin.
I'm Gabe.
And thanks for watching. Hashtag bye, everyone. We'll see you guys in a little bit, actually.